What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and today we're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, I have had the phone for 4 months and I have yet to do a review on this product. Why? Let's find out. So as I mentioned, I've had the S22 Ultra for 4 months now. I've used it almost every day, including the days where I've had my SIM card in other Android or Apple devices. Now, if you check back my videos over the past 6-7 months of the year, you'll see that I've tested out most flagship Android devices, yet the whole time I have still kept a SIM card in the S22 Ultra. Why? Well, comparison videos are always good, camera test videos are great, but also for me it's the reliability, it's the peace of mind that the S22 Ultra gives me. I've not done a review yet, other than this one obviously, purely because the phone for me is perfect. The phone offers the best camera, the best Android skin, other than the stock Android, I would argue. The phone offers the best display, some of the best speakers on an Android device, and again, just overall reliability. Prior to using the S22 Ultra, I was an iPhone user, the 12 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro Max. I always predominantly used an Apple device. Main reason being reliable photos. You know what you're going to get out of the portrait lens, the wide lens and ultra wide, almost 10 out of 10 times. So it's just, again, it's just that ease of use as well and reliability. Until the S22 Ultra, I never quite had that from any Android device. I mean, that's going back to the OnePlus 7, the OnePlus 8 Pro, Samsung S21 Ultra. I'm not going to list every Android phone I've had, but until this year, where the S22 Ultra and the Vivo X80 Pro, shout out to Vivo for that behemoth of a phone, until they came out, I couldn't get a reliable, I wasn't as confident in taking the phone out day to day, trying to get B-roll, doing whatever with the lenses. The iPhone just offered that. Now, while the iPhone still offers the most reliable video performance, it does. The S22 Ultra has more gimmicks and gadgets and 8K and slow-mo at 940, all that kind of stuff. But the iPhone just takes better 4K 30 FPS video. It just does. But I don't use that as much. I find myself taking photos and the video capabilities are still great. It does have all the 4K frame per second modes. For me, the Apple was just easier. I use a MacBook Pro, an iPad Pro, so transferring files via AirDrop is just the easiest thing in the world. Well, again, this app has probably been out for a long time, but it's the first time I've used it this year, and it's Snapdrop. Snapdrop gives Android users the capability to AirDrop, essentially, files, videos, photos, documents, to any Mac device. You just have to make sure that the device you want to AirDrop to has a Snapdrop app. It works as like it's a web page, essentially. Click on a button and it downloads super quick. Now, is it as quick as AirDrop? No, but is it quick? Yeah. So for me, getting all that B-roll over to my MacBook Pro and editing in Final Cut Pro, that was my biggest task. That was essentially what stuck me with an Apple device as a phone. Now, the iPad and the MacBook, I still use all the other Apple One features like fitness. I've still got the Apple Watch, music, iCloud, all that stuff. So I can still be in that Apple ecosystem without being tethered to an iPhone, because all the apps, including iCloud and Apple Music, I can get on my S22 Ultra. So that takes care of the Apple ecosystem side of things, which is a big consideration. If you're looking to switch from an iPhone to an Android device, that's your main concerns. The ecosystem, how it works with your smart devices, for example. There are workarounds. For me, it was the AirDrop. That was the biggest kind of straw that would break the camel's back if I couldn't find an alternative. But I did, and it works perfectly. So now that I got the issue of moving from an iPhone and sticking solely with a flagship Android device, I had to decide which one. Again, this year I've had the Honor Magic 4 Pro, the Vivo X80 Pro, the OnePlus 10 Pro, the S22 Ultra, and many more that I know I'm forgetting. But those are kind of like the key flagship phones that come to my head at the moment. I do think towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year I was using the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra quite a lot. And all those combined, and I've done a recent camera comparison that you can see if you click on the card above, but with all those combined, the cameras in the S22 Ultra offered a lot of consistency and reliability, and sometimes produced the best pictures of the lot. But where the other phones fell down was just everything else. The snappiness of FunTouch 12 or ColorOS or Oxygen OS. I did have the Oppo Find X5 Pro, which is a great phone, just no telephoto lens. But the software and skins are all great, they're all customizable. I just find Samsung's One UI, especially the updated 4.1, to work the quickest and smoothest. Little to zero bugs since having this phone, and for an Android device, do you like that skin by the way? HD walls if you want that skin. Wallpaper, not skin. I just find it the smoothest and less buggy. I mean, the Pixel 6 Pro is probably the most buggy phone, and that is a Google device, so go ahead and work that one out. But again, having tested them all, the software works really well. The Google Play Store and all the apps you get just seem to work seamlessly and flawlessly with the Samsung device. Now you have to remember, Samsung are effectively one of, if not the biggest smartphone manufacturer in the world, employing up to 400,000 people. So they're going to get things right, especially when you produce 90 phones a year, it seems like. In fact, do you know what? Globally, I'm probably not far off, like maybe 60 phones a year that Samsung release, covering almost every dollar amount up the ladder all the way up to £1,700 with the Z Folds. And again, that's another device that I'd been using this year, the Z Fold 3. Samsung smashed it. They managed to make a foldable screen look good and work really well as far as software and app support. So yeah, Samsung hadn't sold me previously. I think the last one I had and owned and used for a long sustained period was the Note 10 Plus Ultra? No, Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G, that's what they called it. And it worked really well. But had its issues, so I switched back to Apple. Now, the S22 Ultra, with all the other features that I mentioned that work really well, it still has a kind of ace up its sleeve or a pen up its hole, and it's the S Pen. The S Pen, while I use it once every few weeks, at least I can still use it, or at least I can entertain my 3 or 6 year old in the car, give them the phone, let them draw doodles on the screen with the pen. Anything that keeps my kids happy and quiet is going to get a big thumbs up from me. And the S22 Ultra does that. Yes, it's a Note 22. That's what it is. The S line is gone, no matter what you call this. This is a Note 22 Ultra. But that's okay. I don't care what you name the phone. If you're going to produce a phone with a 6.8 inch Super AMOLED 120Hz dynamic LTPO2 screen with 4 cameras, including a 3 and 10 times optical telephoto zoom lens, which by the way is super practical. I keep seeing reviews like, oh, 3 times is kind of enough. I made a video earlier on saying that a minimum of 4 times optical zoom, at a minimum, is what flagship should be producing. The Oppo Find X5 Pro was 2 times telephoto, not even a periscope lens. That's not good enough. You cannot charge over £1,000 in 2022 and not include minimum 4 times optical zoom. Now the Vivo had a 5 times, the Honor had a 5 times, the Pixel 6 Pro has a 4 times. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra has a 10 times optical zoom. And if you've got children, or you yourself may be obsessed with aeroplanes and plane spotting, this is the phone you want. You can zoom in 100 times digitally to a plane, and trust me, 100 times with the AI, the processing it can do, you can read the fine detail, the print on the livery. My wife didn't know that was called, but it's the livery, the plane, the design of the plane. You can read all of the text from miles away. I got really high pitched there, but miles away. And I love that feature. There's so many cool things. Everybody, any friend or family member I show pictures to and show them the 10 times optical and 100 times zoom capabilities, they're blown away because they've never seen anything like it. And there's no other phone that can do the quality at 10 times or 100 times digital zoom. That's a big feature, and that commands the £1,249 price tag, and I'm okay paying it because it's got everything you could possibly need from a flagship device. If I had to nitpick, which I'm going to do, where the S22 Ultra falls shorter than every single Android device I've mentioned in this video is battery. Not just battery life, because the battery life is actually acceptable. 7 to 8 hours screen on time, that's absolutely fine. It's going to last you a day. But on those occasions where you've maybe not charged your phone the night before and you're halfway through the day and you're down to 10%, there's no fast charging option. If you buy the proprietary Samsung 45 watt charger, you can top up at 45 watts, but that's still half what the competition are offering. You still need an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to charge your phone completely. So that's not quite shit, shower and shave territory, is it? That is, hold on. I'm going to do this live because I have a flight path. I'm going to take a picture of this plane. There we go. I'll pop that picture up now. That was a live photo that you seen while making this video of a plane. Now Edinburgh Airport's 2 miles away, so say 2 to 3 miles away. This is the picture. Yeah. Anyway, battery life. Super fast charging isn't available. Wireless charging at 25 watts. I think it might even only be 15 watts wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging at 10 watts. Again, nowhere near the best in the market. I'm nitpicking here, but if they could boost this to an 80 watt charger included in the box, game over. There is no debate. The S22 Ultra is a 10 out of 10 device. So, before I melt in this rare Scottish sun, it's like 31 degrees just now, I just want to close off by saying I am aware £1,200 on a smartphone is a crazy amount of money. I can recommend this phone if you're in the market for a flagship device, as it is, in my opinion, the best flagship phone in the world. Whenever I've made reviews over the past 6 months, I find myself constantly comparing any of the devices, Android or Apple, to the S22 Ultra. And the S22 Ultra always comes out on top. If you're in the market for a mid-range phone, then you have hundreds to choose from. And I mean that quite literally. The S22 Normal is actually not something that I would recommend to most people as a mid-range device. There are plenty other ones out there that take that title, in my opinion. Like I say, it's been 4 months of using this device. I absolutely love it. I'll be intrigued to see what Samsung come out with in their Z Fold 4 and the S23 lineup next year. But I can be safe in the knowledge that I'll be still using this phone until Samsung come out with something else that can top it. If you enjoyed this content, you got any questions or feedback, pop a comment down below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I've just hit 1,600 subscribers, which is next to none, I'm aware, for all you YouTube haters. But 1,600 people that have subscribed and taken the time means a lot to me, so I appreciate it. If we can get that up to 1,700 within a month, that'd be cool. If not, it's all good. Until next time, peace.